March 8, 1968. The Soviet submarine K-129 vanished in the North Pacific, carrying 98 men and 3 nuclear missiles. No distress call, no debris, just silence. For Moscow, it was an embarrassment. For Washington, an opportunity. U.S. Navy listening posts detected a sharp acoustic spike, a metallic implosion 5,000 meters down. This blip launched one of history's strangest recovery missions, hinting at secrets older than the Cold War. For 6 years, the Soviet Union searched in vain. Meanwhile, the CIA began Project Azorian, disguised as deep-sea mining. Their cover was eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes, and their vessel, the Glomar Explorer, was built for collecting manganese nodules. In reality, this 600-foot claw was designed to reach 3 miles beneath the Pacific and lift a nuclear submarine. When sonar located the wreck, engineers noted the sub was crushed inward evenly, suggesting pressure from within. Then came an anomaly, a faint electromagnetic field detected directly above the site, pulsing at 12-second intervals. No known equipment could produce it, and analysis didn't fit standard failure patterns. August 1974. The Glomar Explorer lowered its massive claw, codenamed Clementine, into the black abyss. It took 3 hours for light to fade, and another 6 for the claw to touch the wreck. Telemetry confirmed contact, but then interference began. Video feed glitched, distorted by magnetic flux. Operators described static that felt alive, and an engineer logged, camera jittering, instruments unresponsive. Hold on, the hull glowing. The claw began its ascent with 30 tons of Soviet steel. Halfway up, the signal spiked, and a vibration shot through the cables. Then, with a metallic scream, 2/3 of the sub fell back into the deep. But a section remained, containing the forward compartments. Inside were 6 preserved sailors and 1 unaccounted for heat source. It wasn't radioactive, but emitted a rhythmic electromagnetic pulse. When opened on deck, the readings vanished. The object was never logged, and that's where the official record ends. The Glomar Explorer was built for secrecy, with a moon pool that opened its belly to the Pacific, allowing cranes to lift in the dark, unseen by satellites. What they kept quietly. Intelligence analysts scanned the forward compartments for codebooks, guidance systems, anything to tilt the Cold War balance. They also found men, sailors frozen in duty, faces preserved by pressure and cold. A deck log entry read, "Remain respectful. Proceed with protocol." Against every rule of espionage, the Americans gave their enemies a funeral. A priest read words over the open sea, and weighted caskets slid into the black. Years later, the film would surface, declassified in a gesture of mercy. But within the metal they saved, something else rode up. A sealed housing, non-standard, with no stamps. A tech noted, "Heat signature now cold." A faint EM pulse returned, then died. It never made the manifest. It simply changed hands, and the official story moved on. When reporters asked what was under the Pacific, the CIA created a new answer. "We can neither confirm nor deny." The Glomar response. What crushed K-129? Why the even implosion? Why the field above the site? Theory 1, catastrophic missile event. But blast scars don't fit, and the symmetric inward failure suggests force without flame. Theory 2, buckling from depth. A hull gives way, pressure rushes in. Except, the Navy's acoustic signature showed a clean spike, then 12 seconds of something. A tone, more felt than heard, before the collapse, as if the water itself rang. Theory 3, external interaction. An electromagnetic field strong enough to disrupt controls, to freeze instruments, to hum through a ship's skin. The same kind of field the Glomar measured at the site. From what? No one says. There's a 4th theory, told in bars. K-129 brushed against something older, a geometry the ocean had forgotten to hide. A structure that hummed. A wall that wasn't there until a steel hull met it. The Pacific keeps what it loves. It kept most of K-129. It kept the field that sings every 12 seconds when storms roll east of Midway. When Project Azorian ended, the Glomar Explorer was mothballed, sold, repurposed. Men retired with medals they could never wear in public. But the ocean remembers. Decades later, a civilian hydrophone array out past Hawaii caught a whisper. a 12-second rise and fall. Engineers marked it K-site artifact, then marked it junk. The past should not make present tense. A retired analyst kept a copy. He wakes sometimes at 3:12 a.m., plays the sound through cheap speakers, and holds his breath to feel it. It's barely there. A low swell under the whir of the fan. Maybe it's nothing. Static. A ship on a distant line. Maybe it's grief in a frequency band. Or maybe somewhere 5,000 meters down, a chamber breathes where no lungs ever were. A machine ticks in the dark. A field turns like a slow wheel. An erect submarine lies against something not yet ready to be named. This is truth in the shadows, where secrets surface and sink again before dawn.